it looks like you're pretty well built for a one swing plane. And so when we get to the we're going to check and see kind of what's going on. So right now you can see that your arms are pretty flat to your swing plane. Another thing that I do to check it is if we just draw your spine angle and check the bottom of your arm right there. Right now it's basically at your belly button, and we'd like to see it. Hey, welcome back to Danford Golf Instruction. Today we're going to do a swing review. So Wynn was brave enough to send in his swing review while I'm out with back surgery. So we're going to just look at his swing and give him two things that he can work on to really help him hit the ball just a little bit more consistently. So first things first, looking at the setup, it looks really good with the driver. Grip looks fine. As far as your hip hinge, everything looks pretty good. Face-on view is a little bit off to the side, but it'll work with what we're looking for. Alright, so just looking at some of the basics, we'll check out your takeaway first. So as you take the club back, you do a pretty good job of taking it in a plane. Okay, see that your club head pretty much almost hides your hands, which is one of the key checkpoints that we look for in the takeaway. And your takeaway also is very close to matching your spine angle, which is another thing that we look for. And then if we look from down the line, we like to see a little bit of axis tilt. That just helps our shoulders turn on the correct angle for us. And really, when you get back into impact, you should have that little bit of axis tilt with every club that you have. From there, it rides right up the forearm and the top of the backswing. So looking at the top of the backswing, there are a few things that I like and a few things that I want to see you improve on. Hip turn, shoulder turn, it all looks really good. Depth of your hands is pretty good. It's not going to be as deep as what it is right there. So I'm not sure if you have shoulder issues or anything like that, but it looks like you're pretty well built for a one swing plane. And so when we get to we're going to check and see kind of what's going on. So right now you can see that your arms are pretty flat to your swing plane. Another thing that I do to check it is if we just draw your spine angle and check the bottom of your arm right there. Right now it's basically at your belly button, and we'd like to see it a little bit higher up. We'd like to see that right shoulder be at the bottom of your sternum, or that right elbow. So I'd like to see the first thing happen is I want to see your arms get more elevated as you come back, and elevation is going to be controlled by that right elbow. From face on, as you take the club back, set the club really well there. So got a nice wrist set there, so I like that. I don't think you're swaying. No, you turn your hips well. That looks all really good. I mean, your backswing's a little short, but I think you said that you're also 67, so there's nothing wrong with that. I see a full shoulder turn, a full hip turn. So I think you're probably generating quite a bit of power with what you have right now. From what I see with your swing, most likely I'm going to say your miss is a block or a hook, because as you come back down, you do a great job of shallowing the club, but it gets way too far behind you. So usually we're looking for a club to be on top of your right forearm, and this is kind of stuck behind you. So you're going to have to rotate super hard and flip your hands super hard, or you're going to block it right, just because the club is too much behind you. And a lot of that is caused by the fact that your swing is flat on top, or that the arms don't get very high. And then from face on, you can see how hard your body's trying to turn to get that club back in front of you. And it does a pretty decent job, but it would be so much easier if we didn't have that club so flat for your arms to get back in front of you and you to square up that face a lot easier. So looks like I'm just going to really kind of just give you one thing to work on, and that is just to feel like your hands get higher. So I want to see your arm. I want you to try to get your arm to be on your shoulder plane or just a little bit above, and get that elbow just a little bit higher. From there, you can go ahead and submit another one after you have some time to work on that, and we'll see how things have improved for you. And that's going to be something that you're probably going to need to work on with every club in your bag. We do tend to get a little bit flatter with our driver because we're standing further from it. But if you want to submit a driver and an iron video from down the line next time, and we can make sure that your depth of your hands is still there, but you're also not getting so deep or too flat that you're kind of getting stuck in your golf swing. So thanks for watching this, guys. If you want to submit a video, I'm still letting you do that. I'm still recovering from back surgery. And in the meantime, thanks for tuning in.